Today's webinar is going to be presented by MKG Enterprises Corp. We are located at 4021 North Fresno Street, Suite 107, Fresno, California, 93726. You can contact us at 559-412-7248 or toll free at 866-675-3933. You can also visit us on the web at mkgenterprisescorp-client.com. The Jobs Act, Regulation D, Rule 506B versus Rule 506C. Learn how to take your company to the next level, raising capital without a bank loan. Many businesses in Fresno are unaware of the opportunity or the ability to raise capital, but instead are relying on the SBA Paycheck Protection Program or the EIDL loan. Mission statement: MKG Enterprises Corp. is a boutique financial service company that provides outsourced accounting, advisory service, and non-traditional investments contained in our circular offering under Rule 506C of Regulation D. Our firm provides access to capital markets by utilizing the Jobs Act, promoting Regulation D investments in companies in the following industries in the Central Valley: construction, affordable housing development, opportunity zones, communications, consumers, energy, financials, healthcare, industrials, meals and entertainment, which is restaurants, retail, and the technology sector. Our ambition: to be the Central Valley SaaS, software as a service leader in private capital markets using crowdfunding technology platform software. Our robust software includes tools and processes for each stakeholder group to market and distribute investment offerings, facilitate incoming payments and outgoing payments, manage tax and performance reports, collect investor signatures, adhere to regulatory compliance, document audit trails, among other powerful functionalities. Investors: investment fund investor models were introduced pre-IPO companies, debt and equity offerings, as well as real estate investment properties in the Fresno market. In the Central Valley, there is an economic disparity among accredited and non-accredited investors having access to invest in private companies. We intend to be the leading Central Valley private investment fund model under Investment Company Act of 1940, 1933, recruiting registered investment advisors, or RIAs, to be a social asset in the community, putting clients' needs first and contributing to others who are less affluent and have disposable income less than $200,000. Introduction to Jumpstart our Business Startup Act. Small businesses are the backbone of our economy and the cornerstone of our communities. Over $1.4 trillion was raised through Regulation D exemptions in 2014, and over 40,000 Regulation D offerings have been executed since 2009. Regulation D provides the capability to raise capital in compliance with state and federal regulations and provides the fundamentals necessary to accomplish soliciting and accepting investments from investors. The Job and Investor Confidence Act of 2018, Jobs 3.0, as it is widely referred to, significantly expands opportunities to raise capital. Fresno County has 47 opportunity zones 37 of these fall roughly within the city of Fresno sphere of influence. All 47 zones account for 756,979 acres, or about 22% of all land within the county borders. The city of Fresno zones cover around 36% of the city-controlled acreage. The metropolitan Fresno area are home to over 1,010,409 residents, 99,004 businesses, and 3,002 nonprofit organizations. SMBs can list their company or opportunity zones on Fresno Private Capital Markets Software as a Service crowdfunding portal. SMB membership fees waived for 3 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic and raise up to $1 million. Fresno Capital Markets Overview. We provide ongoing support and self-directed IRA account to manage your crowdfunding offerings. There is a small portal fee of 6% of the total raise. Our platform is not based on a FICO score. No personal guarantee is required. Startups can apply. Attract affinity. 35 non-accredited investors can participate in 506B offerings. The cons: 506B offerings are unable to advertise, which means you are not able to advertise on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or Twitter, or Instagram. The pros of 506C offerings: you can advertise on the internet, radio, television, social media. However, you must verify investors are accredited. We recommend using a third-party service that will verify accredited investors, such as Investor Verify. 506C suitability requirements. To be an accredited investor, a person must have an annual income exceeding $200,000 or $300,000 for joint income for the last 2 years, with expectations of earning the same or higher income in the current year, or have a net worth of at least $1 million, not including the value of your primary residence. President Obama's Dodd-Frank law. These requirements have been in place since 1982. The only change came in 2010 when President Obama signed Dodd-Frank into law, which makes the requirement more stringent by removing the value of an individual's primary residence from net worth. The result: 90% of households are effectively shut out of private stock ownership. You can click on this link here in our slideshow, and it will take you to the research of how 90% of households are unable to purchase private stocks. Accredited investor requirements. Why does the accredited investor requirements exist? What does the the SEC accredited investor requirement was created to delineate sophisticated investors from novice ones and protect novice investors by restricting their ability to buy unrestricted stock. The intention was to ensure that people who do invest in private assets can handle the risk of losing the investment. But capital markets are continually evolving. The accredited investor rule hasn't changed while market conditions have. Private markets have been growing, and they are here to stay. Only 10% of US households are considered accredited investors and are able to participate in private stock ownership by law. Limitations on access to capitals from banks, lenders, the SBA P3 loan, and EIDL loan. Pros: small businesses qualify for the SBA Protection Program, PPP, is easier when you're prepared. Knowing whether you meet its criteria before you apply will save you time and frustration. You can click on this link to view the PPP fact sheets. Your personal credit score ranges from 300 to 850. The higher, the better, and evaluate your ability to repay your personal debts, such as credit cards, car loans, and mortgage. You can get a free credit score on NAV, which is our partner. The cons: limit to loan funding and access to capital based on your payroll. Funding is availability based on a Congress appropriation of funding. Needless to say, you have to have also a banking relationship with the banker, which would also look at your cash flow. And these loans are not guaranteed in these unprecedented times. FICO score impact. The FICO score commonly used in lending decision is based on 5 factors: your payment history, which accounts for 35% of your score, the amount owed on credit cards and other debts accounts for 30%, how long you've had your credit accounts for 15%, types of credit in use, 10%, and recent credit inquiries, another 10%. Small business lenders require a personal credit score for loan applications because they want to see how you manage debt. Paying your bills on time is crucial to building your score. But even if you pay your bills like clockwork, credit report errors can be damaging your score. Mitigating factors for small business loan denials. 1 in 4 consumers identified damaging credit report errors, according to a 2012 study by the Federal Trade Commission. However, 4 out of 5 consumers who filed a dispute got their credit report modified. The study found a follow-up study by the FTC found that 20% of these consumers saw a jump in their credit score after resolving errors. You can get a free copy of your credit report for free once a year at annualcreditreport.com and dispute any inaccuracies you find through each of the credit bureau's websites: Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. Why small, mid-sized businesses' doors will close due to COVID-19 pandemic and lack of access to capital. More than likely, many small, mid-sized businesses, SMBs, will need an excellent business credit score as well as good personal credit to qualify for an SBA loan or traditional loan from a bank. This will depend on the individual lender and business factors such as your revenue, cash flow, and time in business. In general, online lenders look at personal credit scores, but can be a bit more lenient when it comes to credit score requirements as they place more emphasis on your business cash flow and track record. The significant need to raise capital to restart the economy. Small businesses are the anchor of the U.S. economy. 48% of all U.S. employees work for small businesses, down from 52% in the early 2000s. 18% of all U.S. employees work for businesses with fewer than 20 employees. Small businesses account for over half of net job creation in 2014. Small businesses are the lifeblood of the U.S. economy. They create 2/3 of net new jobs and drive U.S. innovation and competitiveness. Background. A majority of entrepreneurs and emerging businesses raise capital using the exempt offering framework under the Securities Act. From raising seed capital for new business to funding growth on the path to an initial public offering. The Securities Exchange Commission announced on March 4, 2020, that it has voted to propose a set of amendments that will harmonize, simplify, and improve the exempt offering framework to promote capital formation and expand investment opportunities while preserving and enhancing investor protections. Offerings in security must either register with the Commission or qualify for an exemption from the Commission's registration requirements. A majority of entrepreneurs and emerging businesses raise capital using the exempt offering framework. This capital formation activity ranges from seed capital for new businesses to growth capital for companies on the path to an initial public offering. The proposals are the most recent steps in the Commission's ongoing effort to assess the capital raising framework as a whole and improve it for the benefit of investors, entrepreneurs, and more seasoned issuers. Proposed amendment to the Security Act of 1933. The current framework has 10 exemptions or safe harbors, each with disparate requirements. The proposed rules focus on reducing friction points in the offering framework to help market participants navigate the exempt offering process. For example, under the proposed rules, an issuer in a qualified opportunity zone would have a clear framework for how to conduct exempt offerings targeted to various investors, including community members, while still complying with important investor protection. Emerging companies, from early stage startups seeking seed capital to companies that are on a path to becoming a public reporting company, use the exempt offering rules to access critical capital needed to create jobs and scale their businesses, said the chairman, Jay Clayton. The complexity of the current framework is confusing for many involved in the process, particularly for those smaller companies whose limited resources spent on navigating and overlay complex rules are diverted from direct investments in companies' growth. These proposals are intended to create a more rational framework that better allows entrepreneurs to access capital while preserving and enhancing important investor protections. In Fresno, particularly the Central Valley, this can be an obstacle in itself. However, there is an easier way by outsourcing this to MKG Enterprises CFO accounting services. We will file your required documents, streamline the process, and also do all your back end or back office work for you. How it works. If you have a business or a project in need of funding, to set up an account is absolutely free. Yes, I said free. We do not charge to review your account or your business. However, there is a small 6% site fee or administration fee that will automatically be deducted from your crowdfund earnings. Additionally, credit card processing fees will range from 3%, which is 2.99, to 5%. You can raise up to $5 million in any 12-month period to an unlimited number of accredited investors and up to 35 unaccredited investors. Our crowdfunding portal is locally owned and operated in the city of Fresno. In addition, we provide PPM templates, which is private placement memorandums, subscription agreements, and offering documents, and inline XBRL prepare filing services, which are your forms that are required to be submitted to the Securities and Exchange Commission, are all inclusive for a fixed rate of $125 per month with a 12-month commitment. This fee is waived if your initial raise is greater than $25,000. Regulation D, everything you need to know. You can go on this website, which is upcouncil.com, Regulation D, and view what Regulation D requirements are. Or you can go to the Electronic Code of Federal Regulations and navigate through all the rules and regulations. Our outsourced CFO accounting services. Our crowdfunding CFO startup plan is a great option for a startup raising capital for the first time, or a small business who just need their bookkeeping managed for them. The complete package is for the mature business who is taking things to the next level and ready to file for a Regulation D offering, 505, 504, 506, or pre-IPO or Reg A plus offering. You don't want to have to worry about this accounting stuff, and you just want it done so you can have the information you need at all times to run your business properly. Here, we will work with you to streamline systems and develop your ecosystem with the right online apps and infrastructure. We are truly your back office partner. The CFO plan adds our CFO service to our complete package service. In short, we'll keep your books and run your cash flow projections for you. Then we'll meet with you remotely to review and plan. We lay out the yardstick so you can reach your milestone. Full charge bookkeeping services. Bookkeeping fee is $4.95 per transaction with a minimum monthly charge of $25. Accounting software monthly fee for QuickBooks is $30 and Xero is $30. Intelligent business payment platforms base price per month is $49. Each user is a $15 charge as well. Pay bills or get paid both. Cost per transaction, we mail your checks or invoices for $1.49 each. Send and receive ACH payments for 49 cents each. Receive credit card payments, merchant fees. Level 3 rates are available. Send international FX wire payments for $9.99 each. Send international USD wire payments for $9.99 each. Void a check for $25 each. Void a return check for $3 each. We do your payable data entry is optional for $1.99 each. Our disclosures. Also, our listed company offerings. A listed company offerings are being made by, and all information included on this webinar website is related to a listed company or security has been provided by and is the responsibility of such listed company. A listed company on this webinar or on our website, if made pursuant to Rule 506B or Rule 506C of Regulation D, generally are available only to accredited investors as defined in Regulation D. Accredited investors are able to identify listed companies in which they may have an interest after a certification process for Rule 506B offerings, while Rule 506C offerings are available for the general public to view. Offerings made pursuant to Regulation A are also generally available for the general public to view. Investing in securities, particularly in securities issued by startup companies, involves substantial risk, and investors should be able to bear the loss of their entire investments. All investors should make their own determinations of whether or not to make any investment based on their own independent evaluation and analysis. See our Investor Risk and Education Guide. MKG Enterprises does not verify or assure that information provided by any listed company offerings its securities is accurate or complete, or that the valuation of such securities is appropriate. The content, blog, facts, or news posted on MKG Enterprises Corp. may contain incorrect information. Always get professional advice. Neither MKG Enterprises Corp. nor any of its directors, officers, employees, representatives, affiliates, or agents to have any liability whatsoever arising from any error or incompleteness of facts or opinions, in or lack of care in the preparation of any of the materials posted on this website, blog, or webinar. MKG Enterprises Corp. does not provide legal, accounting, or tax advice. Any representation or implication to the contrary is expressly disclaimed. Thank you for joining this webinar, and there will be more to come. Feel free to visit our website or at www.mkgtaxconsultants.com or mkgenterprisescorp-client.com for our latest offerings.